This is Daniel Gumby Greenland for Sportskeeda MMA, and joining me today is Lupita Godinez, who fights Ariane Carnelossi at UFC 274. That fight is on May 7th. So, Lupi, I wanted to start here. You're somebody who fought 3 times in about a month's time. It's now been 6 months since we've seen you. Obviously, I know that's not your decision. So, what's been keeping you out of the cage for that amount of time?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it's not my, that's not my job. I'll just take the fights whenever I get offers. Didn't happen. So, I've been just waiting and just training, just getting better. That's what I main focus on when I'm not fighting, is just improve and get better. And like, there is obviously a lot of areas I need to improve. So that's what I do.
I wanted to ask you about, is that frustrating for you? Because like you said, you are getting a chance to improve, but that's not obviously your first thing that you like to do. You like to get in there and fight. You like to fight every weekend if they let you. Has it been frustrating for you to be out that long?
Yeah, sometimes my head gets, like, oh, I want to fight, like I want to get in there. But at the same time, I have a great team that my coaches are okay, you gotta like slow down, like get the body heal. And, it's also good to give me a break, just so when I step back in there, I look even better than before. And that's what's going to happen for this fight. I'm just going to look even better. And, this 6 months is worth the wait for sure.
What did you feel like you needed to get to in the gym this time and all this time off?
Every fight I try to look for the holes, right? Like, how, if I would fight me, how would I beat myself, right? So I just trying to close every door I can as possible. And just like on, I'm gonna be so dominated, like I'm just gonna be so dominated, like no matter where you take me or no matter where we go, I'm better than everyone. So that's pretty much my, my mentality. There is nothing in a specific, but I just want to be better at all of it. So whenever we are there, it's just like, okay, no problem, I can do it all.
You looked really great grappling against a couple of women, and you had a little bit of trouble when you moved up to flyweight. And I know that wasn't something you had ever really planned to fight at flyweight, but is it something that you would consider in the future again? Is that something, if you can get more fights, would you fight back at flyweight again?
I mean, I know my weight class is 115. Like I have, that is not business for me to go up and down and up and down, but I love fighting so much that I will fight 135, 125, 115, don't say 105 because I wouldn't want my body is fine and everything. And obviously we look at the opponent. It has to be also a smart decision. But I mean, I'm not scared to fight, or, and I'm even not scared to lose either, because I'm fighting in the biggest organization in the world.
Well, I like that mentality a lot. Now, I'm curious too. Do you feel like the fact that, you're not worried about going in there and potentially losing a fight with a very high level opponent, you just want to be able to test yourself? Do you feel like that gives you an advantage in the cage, that you almost have no fear when it comes to fighting?
Yeah, of course I don't like losing. Of course I want to win every single fight, and then who likes losing? Yeah, and maybe give me a little bit of advantage. I don't know, but it's just my mentality and how I approach when I get in there, right? I know I'm better, than like I'm so good. I just need to just like do it in the cage, So just my what I think about, just like about to perform.
Let's talk about you getting back in the cage, because you're fighting a very impressive opponent, somebody who's looked very good in her UFC tenure, and that's Ariane Carnelossi. She's sort of known for being, like one of the more powerful strawweights in the UFC right now. What are your thoughts on how that facet of your game matches up with hers?
Oh, I really like the matchup, honestly. I think it's gonna be a fun fight. She likes to come forward, I won't have to do any of that work. She will come to me and I will show her what's up.
She's obviously somebody with a Muay Thai background, somebody who likes to strike, somebody who prefers to strike. Is that something that you think you can sit in there and sit in the pocket with her? Or is this a fight you're going to look, to show us those wrestling advantages you've shown in pretty much all your recent fights?
I will, once we step in there and see what, feel her out and stuff, I will just decide then. As I say, I'm so well rounded. I've been working every area. So let's say if I don't feel comfortable standing up with her for whatever reason, then I have my jiu-jitsu, my takedowns, my wrestling, and I can mix it up too, So I feel like I'm just more well-rounded, and I can just go anywhere, like anywhere I want to go.
Could you give us your thoughts on Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza? How do you see that fight going, and what do you like about it?
It's great, great opportunity for ladies. And I trained with Rose before, and if you give me a pick, we'll have to go with Rose.
Now let's return this to your fight here. So you mentioned you're going to feel her out. You're going to see where you feel like you have the advantage, and you're a fighter who can take it just about anywhere. But before I let fighters go, I do like to ask for a prediction. How do you see this one ending with Ariane Carnelossi on May 7th?
Well, the performance is I'm going to be dominating the whole time, no matter where we go. You guys will see that from my part. And I see finish her with some, take her back and choking her, or maybe an armbar. That's how I kind of see it played out. But it's an MMA fight. Anything can happen. So I'm ready for anything.
Well, we are absolutely looking forward to it. Now, before I let you go, Lupi, do you want to plug your social media sponsors? The floor is yours. Sort of let us know where people can find you.
Well, thanks for having me. And, you guys can find me in Facebook and Instagram as Lupita Godinez. I'm the same in everywhere. And I just want to thank everyone that has been with me and supporting me, and, just sticking with me this whole ride. And yeah, thanks everyone. Don't miss my fight.
Absolutely. And once again, fans, you can catch that fight with Lupita Godinez fighting Ariane Carnelossi at UFC 274 on May 7th. Once again, Lupi, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.